Welcome back to The Edge, the talk show that's by women, for women, and about women, and lots of really neat guys. As a matter of fact, we have a guy who's written a book, and this is basically a woman's point of view. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay, I cannot wait to pick your brain on this. This is Sir Douglas M. Price, and there's a reason we're calling you Sir Douglas M. Price. You want to talk to us about that?
Well, there's a little story behind it. I told some people that it was an elven knighthood. And I tell some people I didn't get a whole lot of respect on jobs I've had in the past. And then I tell some people that I had a really good friend that we yell across the fence and say, hey, Sir Douglas. So I'll let you pick or choose which one you like, but I kind of like the really good friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is good.
The book, Lapside, is a story for the first time ever in history, at least in my history, my lifetime on this earth, that will tell the story of the girl that's going to become the Mrs. St. Nick. She's 24 years old, and on the front of the book cover, I don't know if they can show it or not, but on the front of the book cover, you'll see the two 24-year-olds. He's also 24 years old, but he's 1,000 years in the past. There's a millennium of time between these two people, and they've got to get together to become the true love story.
Cathy, this is a chick flick.
This is a good book.
Well, it's a whole family, enjoyable tale for the whole family, but the girls are going to like it, especially because it finally gets you girls a fair shake in the closet. She gets out of the kitchen finally. She's not the cookie baker and milk server anymore. She's sharp in math, chemistry, and she can hold her own in a battle against evil in this book. And there is a great evil trying to steal devices of power and light that are elven entrusted, heavenly divested. Of course, Nicholas is going to play a big role, and he's got to become the saint. So she's not only going to tell her story in this book for the first time ever, she's going to tell his story as well. So she carries the entire novel, 578 pages worth. And it's one adventure after another. 16 years worth of work went in this book. You're going to learn about Norse mysticism, but he's got to become the saint. So keep that in mind. The supernatural is on the light side versus the dark side of things in this book. It's a solid tale. You're going to learn, he's going to end up in ancient Maya Mexico, 1,000 years ago, at the height of the pyramid builders. There's a quest. There's several quests in this book. There's Black Forest tales in this book. There's a whole lot of stuff in here. There's cavernous explorations in this book. I can't tell you what all happens in these places, but believe me, it's the kind of tale that a young college person would enjoy reading. It's on the genre level, I always say, somewhere between a Lord of the Rings and a Harry Potter. It's written that way, but this book in manuscript predates Harry Potter by about 10 years.
Right.
So it's the kind of tale that will, like I said, it'll put the girls in the driver's seat. But the guys are going to like it too, because there's 3 battles in this book. There's 3 epic type battles. There's castle sieges, there's Viking warriors. There are things that happen in this book that the guys are really going to enjoy. Of course, the girls are going to like it because there's 3 love stories in this book as well.
Oh, wow. Well, now this is something that actually a lot of children might like to read.
Yes.
Like Pilar, she loves books, but she doesn't like Harry Potter. It scares her. So this sounds kind of on the flip side. It's not scary. It's just really a combination, isn't it, of romantic and fictional characters.
Well, you're going to see the side of, like I said, of Marianne, the main character, the girl in the front of the book. There's 43 characters in this book, but you're going to see a side of her that is also compassionate. She's going to be compassionate toward people in need and people in children. There's going to be miraculous events in this book. There's going to be angelic interventions in this book. It's got a little bit of something for everybody. But I can tell you from experience, when I tried out the manuscript, my manuscript's like 4.5 inches thick at the Library of Congress. When I tried it out on my children when they were 7 and 9 years old, they would not let me put the manuscript down. So I know it works, and my children now are 18 and 16, so it's quite a few years. Sounds like
there's lots of lessons to be learned in this, like the woman, how the woman can be behind the man.
She will fight for her man in this book.
Successful man.
But she also stands up, and she interjects things. She says her piece at times in this. There's also some comic relief in the book. I did that intentionally. There's one character called Langley. He's an elven scout. He ends up having a few blunders. He's supposed to be the chief scout. And he ends up having some problems along the way, and he has to overcome. And she actually feels for him. You can feel the empathy, her feelings for these characters. I made them just as real as we are sitting here. I did that intentionally because I wanted it to be a real young college read. But a grandparent or parent would enjoy sharing this with their children at their Lapside. And there's 3 meanings behind the word Lapside, by the way. I started out with her home, the main heroine, Marianne, in the book. is an old wooden lap-boarded, overlapping sided house that some people may identify with. Also, there's the Laplanders of the far northern Arctic Circle. And I included that, but the best name is, a lady once told me, I said, what does it mean to you? And she said, well, I see it as someone that would share this tale with their children at their Lapside. And I adopted
So
that.
that's how